Hi there, it's Sandra with Brew City Thrifts. Today I'm at the Goodwill of Pewaukee, which is the county west of Milwaukee, and it is a Thursday after work and I have a couple hours to shop. This Goodwill tends to have newer items, but every so often I look out and find something cool and vintage. So let's get in there and let's hit it.
Okay, this Goodwill puts the bottles and vases up front towards the cash registers, and that's where I'm starting today. First thing I pull out is this vintage looking ceramic vase. It's pretty. It's got an urn shape with some transferware flowers. It's got a signature on the bottom. It looks like we've got a crack here, so unfortunately I'm not going to be able to take that with me. I prefer hand painted anyway, like this vase, which is hand painted. It looks a little more contemporary, however. I think those might be morning glories. I like the texture on this little vase and the shape. I like round vases. That one is a little contemporary as well. This one is a hand painted bottle. I think it must be missing the stopper. It's got kind of a chef look to it, and it is by an artist named Carrie Garrard, but missing its stopper. So then I notice this, another hand painted piece. I think that might be from China. I've got a really tall glass vase, but it is chipped there on the rim. LSA is the maker. Still in the vases area, I notice this ceramic little pot. I like to pick up succulent pots. This one is pretty plain. It looks also contemporary, but inside it is a cute little bud vase. It's got a transferware pattern of what seem to be roses, and on the bottom it looks like it is a Limoges, France piece, and for 99 cents that cute little bud vase I think is going to come with me. Behind it I notice this very chunky votive holder. I like the style. It has a like a twisted square style, and it is an Orrefors Sweden piece, and that is something that's a brand I know and like. I like a lot of their designs, even though that piece is a little plain compared to what I usually look for in clear glass. I decide that's coming with me as well. And then I noticed this little pot nestled into another one, and pulling it out, it is a Green Bay Packers themed pot with a snowman with a cheese head. I kind of love it and think one of my fellow Wisconsinites is probably going to love it as well. So those all go in my cart. I'm still among the vases and pots and artificial flowers, and I noticed this piece. I like the shape. It's got kind of a, it's a very contemporary geometrical shape. I don't recognize the maker, but I think I'm going to pass on this. It is, again, very contemporary. Next to it here, I noticed this bag. It's full of small polished rocks, maybe some of them semi-precious stones. These are great for crafts and jewelry, and in fact, there's little pieces of like somebody was using these for jewelry making, so that goes in my cart. I next noticed this pot. It is terracotta. I don't recognize on the bottom the numbers, like I don't know that maker, but I do really like the look of this. I like the shape. It's pretty classic. I love the look of a glaze that kind of washes over terracotta, where you can see the terracotta through it. Italian pottery is often like this, and I just think this is a really this is a piece that's going to go into a lot of different decor and look really nice. So that goes in my cart. Notice this pot because of the color. It's kind of a celadon color. Here we've got a boxed crystal vase. I don't know that brand. There's a lot of crystal out there, so it would have to be pretty special for me to pick it up. But then I noticed this piece. This is a really 1980s looking piece, isn't it? And in fact, it has a signature and a date, 1984. It's got some lovely raised flowers on it. It's pink, and it's got kind of a scavo texture on it. Very, very nice. Not really my jam. I decided to leave it, but it's a very nice piece. Gonna do some hunting in the tchotchke aisle for, I don't know, something that catches my eye. And the first things that do are these little ceramic angels. Now, the look of them are shouting Blue Sky Pottery, and it is in fact by Blue Sky. Heather Goldminc is the artist, and I do like her work and her pieces. This one says peace. It's a little ornament, a little angel ornament, and behind her is another angel ornament by Heather Goldminc, and this one is joy. And they are very, very sweet, and I am going to take those with me for $1.99 each. And I'm obviously not realizing my finger is in the shot, and I apologize for that. It's going to kind of mess up my camera work here, but please bear with me. This next piece I wanted to look at, I really noticed the detail in it, and it definitely looked like it had some age. Turning it over, it's by a company called Swagman Potteries out of Australia. This is also not really the type of piece I would normally pick up very much, but it just, something about it I thought was just quality, I guess, the detail in the piece, and I decided to put it in my cart and look it up and see if it might be something worth taking. And it turns out it really does seem to be a piece that there are collectors for, so I ended up taking that with me. Look here. This is a Flurryman snowman. My mom started me collecting these many, many years ago. Over the years, I picked them up, usually thrifting, and they are rather collectible. This one is one that I don't think I have, and it looks like all the pieces there are not broken, so that goes in my cart. Over here, I noticed this. This is a piece of what appears to be acrylic with an etched design on it. I think this is gorgeous. This is it has etching on both sides, so it's got sort of a three-dimensional appearance, a dimension to it when you look at it. It's of a goose and kind of a winter landscape, and I just think that's really lovely. It's in pretty good quality. There are a few dings here and there, but they don't interfere with the integrity of the piece, so that goes in my cart for sure. Oh, and also there's a signature there at the bottom and a date. So it's vintage and it's gorgeous. It's going to come with me. The green glass of this bell really catches my eye. Pull it out and it is hand painted. It's an anniversary bell, but it is also Fenton and signed. And I like it, but for about $10, I don't think there's a lot of room for me to make profit. So I'm going to leave it here on the shelf. And moving on, I notice this flamingo. Behind it is a little bud face. Here on the lower shelf is a glass electric insulator. It's, again, they're pricing it at $10. That's what I think it might sell for. Some of them do glow, so maybe it's a glowy one. I'm in the area where they have a lot of signs and wall hangings and wall art, and I noticed this one. It's a pretty angel. The style looks really familiar. I think there's a particular artist who does this kind of work, but I don't see a signature anywhere. Below it, I see this. This is so interesting. It's a ceramic banana server or banana holder with those cute little banana slice wheels. Aren't those adorable? It's huge though. It's almost like the size of a skateboard. And nearby is this pretty hand-painted wooden letter L. I like this. This is also signed. It's a vintage. It's got that kind of toll look to it, florals, and I just think it's really quite nice. So I think I'm going to take a chance on that and take it. This glass stands out. It's got almost a Dorothy Thorpe silver fade kind of look to it. It seems to have some age. But I just don't know my glasses well enough. And since it's a single, I decided to move on. I like the smoky amber color of those glasses there. And then I noticed this Wexford lowball or old-fashioned glass. If I get enough of these, I can make a pretty good profit on them. And I have one at home waiting for a match. So I'm going to take that with me. I love the Wexford pattern. It's just a nice, heavy, fun pattern. So I do sometimes pick up that pattern, even though it's pretty common and there's a lot of it available on eBay. I'm looking for pottery shot glasses. I do like some of the ones made out of pottery. Nothing here is really catching my eye. These hand-painted plates are catching my eye over in the shyness section, though. Those were Pure One, and behind them, I think this is Pioneer Woman. These are contemporary, but very pretty. These over here are a grapevine pattern. I think they're also hand-painted. They've got a designer named Tracy Porter by the Zrilke Company. I'm not too familiar with them. This looks vintage. It's called the Wildflower pattern of, or Wildflower Stoneware, sorry. And it's a Japanese made plate. And another very colorful plate here that catches my eye. Pulling it out, it is hand painted. I definitely like the colors. It's kind of featuring some peaches there. And turning it over, it is a Mexican plate. It looks to have a little bit of age. It has some holes on the back for hanging on the wall. It is signed and just a very pretty plate. So I decided I'm going to take that too. I had picked up this little cup a few minutes ago. It is really pretty and dainty with a calla lily theme on it. I love the color scheme. I love the shape. And I decided that I am going to take that little cup with me. The maker is Deluso Home Collection. I don't know very much about them, but I definitely like that little demitasse cup. I like these mugs and saucers. The pattern is really geometric, and I love this kind of unusual green. These are by Pottery Barn. The pattern is called Bongo, and while it's pretty contemporary, Pottery Barn can do well on eBay. There's 3 of these mugs and saucers. Still thinking about it and looking at some other items. I think that's a really pretty plate. Not sure what that flower is, but I like it. Looking at the back, these are Royal Worcester plates, and they're made in England. There's a set of 3 there. Very pretty. Notice this plate because it just looked to have a lot of age. It looks like an anniversary plate or maybe a wedding plate. And then I saw these. And I like the look of these. These are definitely winter themed, Christmas themed. These are collector plates, and normally I do not pick these up, but these are Royal Copenhagen, and I do think they do okay on eBay, and I think for next holiday season these might do pretty well for me. So I decide I'm going to take them with me. Here I am in the kitchen things, and actually there's kind of a mishmash here of all kinds of things, ceramics, and then this catches my eye. What a pretty little plate. I recognize the name Ravello, and I just think it's pretty Italian pottery. It's going to do well. Look at that hand painting in that pattern. I think that red is just beautiful, and I'm not usually a big fan of red, so that's going to come with me. Got some more kitchen items here, bakeware. lots of glass, and this glass butter dish, which catches my eye. I do like heavily patterned glass butter dishes, and this fits the bill. It is very, very nice. It's not chipped or damaged from what I can see, and that is going to come with me. Back on the shelf, I want to take a quick look at this teapot. No marking on the bottom. Behind it, I grabbed this serving bowl. It's very pretty. It's got that optic pattern, and I love when the edges is really sort of sawtooth like that. Looking at a little piece of bakeware. Was hoping it was Le Creuset. Pretty green vase there. And then I noticed this little trinket dish. It's got a very detailed pattern on it. Someone had already pulled off the sticker, and it's an Aynsley piece of pottery. I've sold some Aynsley before. It's from England, and I think this is a pretty little trinket dish. I think I'm going to take it with me. I'm in the photo area looking for hopefully some original artwork. That was a pretty piece that's signed. Got a snow scene there. And then I noticed these. These are art prints, but I recognize the style. And as I look at them a little more closely, there's the little ME for Mary Engelbreit. These are Mary Engelbreit prints, and they've got this nice clear acrylic frame, like sort of a frameless frame, and those are sweet. I think those are going to come with me, and love the little sayings on them as well. I do really well with blingy enameled frames, so that's what I'm looking for, or hand painted frames. I found an enamel frame, and this is not super blingy, but I think it's a cute frame. It's got the velvet backing on it, and I think I might be able to move that one, so that's going to come with me. Okay, it's cart review time. We actually have quite a few things in here. We've got the little cupcake enameled frame. We've got the two Mary Engelbreit prints. They've got acrylic clip frames, and so they're ready to be hung on a wall. Super cute artwork. Then we've got the glass butter dish with some cut glass. We've got the Aynsley trinket dish from England. We've got the Ravello, very pretty. I think it's a butter dish. Those colors are awesome. Then we've got the two Royal Copenhagen Christmas collector plates. They're vintage, and I'm going to hold on to them for next holiday season, so they're going to be on my shelf for a while. Under them, I had the Mexican plate. We've got the Flurryville snowman. We've got the Orrefors votive candle holder. We've got the little Limoges bud vase, and we've got the cheesehead packer snowman planter. We have this really wonderful acrylic art piece. We've got the Wexford short tumbler or lowball glass. We've got a clipboard, that's for work. We've got this hand-painted wooden L or initial. Then we've got the lovely Heather Goldminc ceramic angels, their ornaments. And then we have the Swagman Pottery figurine from Australia, the calla lily demitasse cup and saucer. I'd picked up a little paper notebook, so that's that. Then we've got the terracotta pot with the white glaze on it. It's a cart full.
Well, that was fun. I found a lot more than I thought I would, and some new things. It was a wide variety of things that I found, and maybe the sleeper hit was the that ceramic figurine, that ceramic piece that I think is from Australia. When I quickly looked it up, it looks like those are actually quite collectible. So who knew? I didn't. And that's why I love this hobby, because I learn something new all the time. Hope you learned something too. Like my channel, subscribe and comment, and come back again. Thrift on. We will do this again soon.